What does it mean for you to see this program achieve what it achieved tonight, putting a fourth star on their chest and completing an undefeated season?
Well, it talks about great leadership, and Brian addressed it in his press conference. When you have great players who have great drive in everything they do. I tease Beata because she's 2 points from 100 in a class. I've never seen her not have 100 in a class before in straight A's, but that's the drive that these young women have, and they're just so awesome on the pitch, off the pitch, and play for one another. And you've seen the team come together. You've seen the culture change, and they're having fun. They're scoring goals. They're joking with their staff. They're smiling, and it's just great to see them and how they represent Florida State and our athletic department.
You guys were put in a unique situation 2 years ago, having to hire a coach March, April. It's an unusual timeline. You go do a national search, you find Brian, a guy who had success in the SEC. You hire him, you believe in him. To see him achieve what he did, both with holding together last year's team and having success with them, and then obviously achieving the ultimate goal this season, what does that mean for you just to see the dream, the achievement that he accomplished?
It speaks to Florida State, and you're always looking. When I go look for coaches, I spoke to a lot. Some I didn't carry forward in our conversations because as an athletic director, it's very important you bring in someone of high character. We have the responsibility of making sure the student-athlete experience on, off the field, off the pitch, how they treat their players, and what the program culture is about mirrors our philosophy of a department and of a university.
I'm sorry.
So finding someone of his character was very important, finding a coach of his character. But then he comes with a background of being a former ACC Coach of the Year, an SEC Coach of the Year, a National Coach of the Year. So he had the accolades. So you knew that the program was in great hands. But really, when the first time I met him, it was his character and his wife, Abby, because I always want to speak to the spouse and just make sure they understand how important that relationship, the spousal relationship, is to our department, that they're a part of this. And when you get to meet them and knowing what they would bring to this program, that culture side of things, along with the great players and the great coaching ability, you knew it was a home run from day one.
To see the two players speak about him the way they did, and they were transition players that decided to stay with him, just what does that mean? Because obviously that's what you just spoke about.
Yeah, it means a lot because, you had players that, as Brian mentioned, got into the portal. And I understood at the time, I was new. They didn't quite know me. They didn't quite know the culture that I would bring to the entire athletic department, so I understood that. I think you would find now there's trust, and they trust Brian. And they have fun playing the game they love, and he allows them to be creative, score goals, and play great defense, and really enjoy the game. Because you're an 18 to 22-year-old student athlete, and it's our job to give them the best student athlete experience. And winning's part of that. Don't ever kid yourself. Winning, we're here to win, and to see what they've accomplished this year, and with a smile on their face, is truly satisfying.
I mean, like you mentioned, winning is the ultimate goal, but you want to have the students become better people and they leave the program than they were.
Yes.
Brian's a perfect fit for that, correct?
Correct. It's all about the student-athlete experience, when you get to see, and that's why I love pro sports, because you get to see these young men and women come in at an early age as 18-year-old freshmen, and then to see them progress and graduate, and what we can provide them along the way to prepare them for life after their sport. It's important, and that's why we're here. We're here to educate. We're here to upstand the educational mission of the university, and that's what we do daily. So to see them succeed is special, and to see them win and then become the people they are through this process is special and rewarding.